to another video. In today's video, we're finally going to be playing with the new Morphe Sweet Oasis collection. You guys, I've had this collection for forever and I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to using it. But for today's video, I did create this look right here with the palette. You guys, I love this look. This look was actually inspired by I Love Sarai. And if you guys don't know, she's actually the face of this campaign. And oh my gosh, the campaign photos, you guys, stunning. She's so gorgeous. So she kind of did like this one like blue eye and one pink eye, and I was obsessed. I was like, you know what, that's exactly what I want to do. So that's what I did do today. The only thing I did want to tell you guys is that number one, I did not show you guys both eyes because I basically did the same exact thing just with different colors. So my blue side is already done on camera and I'm showing you guys how to obviously achieve the pink eye. But I quickly just wanted to tell you guys exactly what shades I used to create the blue side, just so that way if you guys want to recreate, you know exactly what I used. So this is the palette right here. It's called the 35S Sweet Oasis palette. It is so beautiful. I love the cover of this palette. It is gorgeous. I'm so happy that Morphe is not really doing those plain black plastic packaging kind of palettes anymore. I really prefer these kinds. And when you open up the palette, this is what it looks like right here. So obviously you guys can see by my eye look, I used these pinks over here. For the blue side, I did go in with this shade right here, and I kind of started off with this blue down here. To deepen it up, I used this color over here. Then I used this one as well, and I did mix these two blues up here just to create that really beautiful, obviously like gradient effect. And I am obsessed. And then for the liner in my waterline for this side of my eye, I did use this one right here. This is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Fresh. I love these eyeliners, you guys. They are gorgeous. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to tell you guys in case you guys wanted to recreate it. And yeah, I'm super excited for today's video. I also did test out the new Morphe foundation in today's video. It's what I'm wearing on my skin right now. I tried to use as many Morphe products as I could in today's video as well. In the comments, definitely let me know, are you team pink or are you team blue? Which eye do you guys like better? Personally, I love them both, of course, because I did them. But I really do love the blue side a little bit more. I just feel like it really pops against my skin tone. So yeah, the blue is definitely my favorite. But down below, let me know what's your favorite. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. Before we jump in, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. And of course, without further ado, if you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look today, then just keep on watching. Alright, so jumping right in, I went ahead and already primed my lid with my P.LOUISE base. So jumping straight into the Sweet Oasis palette from Morphe. This is the 35S palette. This palette is gorgeous, you guys. I'm obsessed. The first shade I'm going to be using is this shade right here. This one is called Yacht Life. It's a super beautiful, deep, it kind of reminds me of like a deep raspberry kind of shade. It's so pretty. So basically what I did with this color is I went ahead and packed it into the socket of my eye. I want to keep it super close into the crease. I'm not trying to pull this up too high because as you guys can see, it's a pretty deep color. So I packed it on. It packed on really well. The pigment was really nice as well, and there was no patchiness, which I love. So moving on to the next shade, I'm going to be taking the shade Picture Perfect. This color was perfect to do exactly what I'm doing here, which is basically diffusing the harsh line that I created with that first color that I used. So that way I can start to build that ombre from darkest shade to lightest shade. Next, I'm going to go in to that beautiful pink right there. That one is called Private Villa. This is probably one of my favorite shades in the entire palette. It's the perfect pink. It is so beautiful. And I'm going to take this on a more fluffier brush. And this is the shade that I'm going to use to start to diffuse those darker shades and really start to create that beautiful seamless blend. And like I said, everything blended really well. I wasn't having any issues with the palette. All the colors performed really nicely. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump in to the next color. The next color I'm going to be using is this darker shade right here. This is called Vineyard Escape, or is it Vineyard? How do you guys pronounce it? Vineyard or Vineyard? I feel like I pronounce it Vineyard. Girl, I'm a mess. So I'm going to be taking this shade and popping it into the socket of my eye. This is the color that's going to give me that really beautiful intensity that I am looking for. Now, You guys know I usually do this backwards. I usually apply my darkest shade and then go in with the lighter shades. For today's look, I wanted it to be really nice and blended, and I kind of just wanted to switch up my technique a little bit, so I did a little bit backwards. But of course, you could put the darker color first if you wanted to. So now that all the colors are nice and laid down and everything is pigmented, I know exactly where everything is going. I just went back in with every single color just to basically just refresh the colors, if that makes sense. And that was basically it, you guys. This look is really, really easy. So that's it for the crease. What I'm going to do now is, of course, clean up my eyelid like I always do. And I'm just using my Garnier Micellar Water. Girl, you guys know it cannot be a cut crease unless I'm cleaning up the lid. Like, we have to do this. This is like non-negotiable. To go ahead and cut my crease, as always, you guys know I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in blank canvas. And like I always say, obviously I created that cut crease shape how I wanted with the micellar water and the Q-tip. So now it's basically like a coloring book, girl, and I'm just filling in the line. That is it. So when I go ahead and cut my crease, I like to pat it out with the brush just because this base is very, very thick, just to make sure I have a nice even layer. Now for the lid, I did go in with the white eyeshadow from the palette. It is called Take Me Back. I did not like this shade, you guys. It was patchy. It was not sticking to my eye. And for some reason, this makeup look went left at this point. I went in and obviously I didn't put the white all the way to the outer corner of my eye because I like to leave that tacky so I can add all my other colors. So I went in with that darker shade first. Then I went in with a lighter pink, you know, like I usually do. I just tried to blend the outer corner with the crease. And for some reason, it was just not working, you guys. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the eyeshadow, if it's the palette, if it was the technique. Girl, I have no idea, but I know for a fact that I never have an issue using my P. Louise base or using blank canvas. So I wanted to show you guys it up close, but you guys already know a lash saves everything. So what I'm going to do quickly is just go ahead and line my lash line with just some black eyeliner, so that way when I apply my false lash, you can't see any gap in between my false lashes and like the eyeshadow, so the eyeshadow kind of doesn't peep through the lash band. And then I went ahead and just popped on some lashes. As you guys can see, it made everything better. The patchiness is gone because these big old lashes are covering it. So moving on to the face makeup, I'm going to be going in with this MILANI Supercharged Dewy Primer. I've been loving this primer, you guys, and it smells like citrus. It's amazing. It's bomb. If you haven't tried it, you need to. And then I finally decided to test out the new Morphe foundation. I will, of course, leave the shade name down below so you guys can check it out. It was really beautiful, actually. The finish was really nice. The coverage was really nice. I actually overall really did enjoy using this foundation. Obviously, I can't say it's a favorite. I definitely have to use it a few more times, but first impression, it was definitely a really beautiful foundation. So for cream bronzer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer. This one I believe is in the shade Honey Glaze. Of course, you guys know everything will be listed down below, so if you don't know what I'm using or you're curious to know exactly what shades I'm using, it's always in the description box, so be sure to check there. So I'm just using my 125 face brush from Fenty Beauty as well to go ahead and cream bronze. By the way, if you guys hear any noise, like literally the entire family's home today, and we finally got a PlayStation 5 and they're like going wild playing the PlayStation 5. So I apologize, you guys. But moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using the Morphe concealer. You guys have seen me use this concealer on my channel many times. I love it, you guys. It is so beautiful. It's actually a soft matte finish concealer, but I promise you guys, if you have a nice base, basically, girl, use your eye cream, okay? Use your eye cream, keep your under eyes hydrated, and this concealer will be your new favorite. It's so beautiful. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't look crepey. It's got beautiful coverage. I love it. If you haven't tried it, you need to. Girl, it's affordable as well. So, like, there's no reason why you should not try it. It's bomb. And then to go ahead and actually set my concealer in place, I'm going to be using the Morphe translucent powder. This is also a really beautiful translucent powder. Very finely milled. Gives me a nice bright under eye. And it doesn't give me that white cast, which I personally love. So I went ahead and used this today to go ahead and set my concealer. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate powder. I've been loving this powder. It just helps to make sure that all the powders I'm applying don't kind of like, I don't know, don't make me look dead in a way. You know, this gives me more luminosity to my skin rather than just mattifying my entire face. So I went in with that really quickly to just set the rest of my skin. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Morphe GLAMABRONZE bronzer. These are so bomb, you guys. They're really, really nice. They have a really big pan, so I'm going to be using 2 different shades. The shades will be down below, but one is lighter and one is darker, so I just went ahead and mixed the two. I mostly used the lighter one, but I did go ahead and add the darker one just to give me a little bit more color because, girl, I need it. I'm so pale right now. So I went ahead and just added the bronzer as I usually do, and I am using my same Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush. You guys, I'm kind of getting tired of using this brush, so down below in the comments, let me know what's your favorite bronzer brush because I want to try a new one. So moving on to blush, I'm going to be using this Morphe Blush Trio. Like I said, everything will be down below, but this color was perfect. I didn't want to use a bright blush today. I wanted to use something that was more subtle, something that wouldn't overpower the two-tone kind of eyes we have going on. So I went ahead and just added that blush, and it was perfect. And then for highlight, I'm going to be going in with my Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. This one right here is in the shade Pure Gold. I love this highlighter palette, you guys. It is so, so beautiful. It's so worth the money. And I basically just mix all 4 shades together and apply it to my skin. And it's gorgeous. It's more of like a blinding highlight, but it also does not emphasize texture. And it doesn't just sit on your skin. It's gorgeous. So moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to be taking a flat definer brush. And I'm going to be going into the darkest shade that we use. And basically just packing it super, super close to my lash line. And then I am going to go in with the shade Picture Perfect, and I'm going to use that shade to start to blend out that deeper shade. And then I did go back in with a little bit of the shade Vineyard Escape just to make sure that everything is really nice and intense and it does not get lost. So moving on to the waterline, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. The shade will be down below if you guys are interested, but it's a beautiful kind of like pastel pink color. It's stunning. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use a pastel pink or a hot pink, but this one was beautiful. And literally, look at this, you guys. Half of my eyeliner collection are those ColourPop Cream Gel Liners. I love them. They're bomb. So then I went ahead and popped some white eyeshadow into my inner corner just to highlight that area a little bit. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with my Air Volume Mascara from L'Oreal just to go ahead and add a good coat of that to my lower lashes. You guys, I love this mascara. I feel like I keep talking about it, but it's so, so good, you guys. I've never loved a drugstore mascara the way I love this one. It's bomb. So moving on to the lips, of course, I'm going to be using my KKW lip liner in the shade Nude number 2. It's an absolute fave. I mean, do I really have to tell you guys what lip liner I'm using at this point? Because I literally use the same one. Like, I need to get another one, but it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and use this. And then, of course, I'm going to go in with my Laura Lee Los Angeles liquid lipstick in the shade Niggy Niggy. I know. Girl, I irritate myself with this lip combo already because clearly I have a bajillion lipsticks and I use the same one, but it's okay. We're going to be using that. That's the lip combo. And then I did want to go ahead and add a gloss. So I'm using the gloss in this Sweet Oasis trio, like gloss trio. And of course I took the more neutral one. I went ahead and added it to my lips. It was pretty, not my cup of tea really, but it was a really pretty color. And then to set everything in place, I'm going to be using the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. This is a really, really beautiful, affordable setting spray. If you guys are looking for a really nice, glowy, dewy look, this is definitely the setting spray for you. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and just dry everything down. And this basically completes the look, you guys. What do you guys think about today's look? I like it. Definitely my favorite is the blue side. I love the blue side more than the pink side. Down below, let me know what's your favorite. Do you prefer the blue eye or the pink eye? Because I definitely want to know. So I did go back in with a little bit of highlight because I like to do this after doing my setting spray. Girl, look at that blinding highlight. Beaming, okay? Beaming. So that basically completes the look. Like I said, okay, I'm done, guys, for real. I hope you guys have an amazing day. As always, thank you guys so, so much for watching today's video. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.